Hey everyone, Mature Simmer here. So, welcome back to Real Economy Trucking Euro Style. So we're actually here, this is release day for Greece, just to make sure that folks understand, if you're new to the series, that because of the mods I use, Pro mods being one of the main ones, I kind of need that to work with things before I introduce anything new. So if you had been around for Western Balkans, it took me a while to go ahead and work with that. And it's really only been the last few episodes that I've finally been on there. It actually took like 6 months, I think, maybe even more, before Pro Mods was ready. So we had already been sitting on 152 last episode because the 153 update had come out, which is not uncommon. They typically do an update just before they do a new map release, which I think partially helps support some of that as well. But we're going to stick where we're at right now for as long as we need to until Pro Mods updates. But it certainly won't be for a while now that Greece is coming out today. So let's see what we can look at. Alright, so just because of where I'm at, a lot of these others at Endasa, they're on the outskirts of Ciudad Real. I'll go ahead and grab this now, and we'll take this down and get these processors over to Algeciras.
Time to get the job done.
Okay. All right, let us get where we need to and pick this up. Trying to remember if it's here. It is in fact here.
Let's go.
Which is again why it's a great idea to go ahead and pick it up this way. So it looks like I can see it in my mirror. It's in the back there. So I'm still getting used to the fact that I have the head tracking. So made some adjustments since last time so that basically the majority of my movement, or really all of my movement, is just turning my head, and there's no up down, no tilt, so there should be less less jumping, if that makes sense. Alright, so got a couple on here, and now we will get going. So I'm going to pop the head tracking off. That's something I think is a little bit better. Well, we'll see. Let's try it and see what we get. But so at this point we're down. We have about 300 to 400 kilometers. All right. Got a car coming there. So this is where it's helpful, where I can do something a little more realistic. Which way am I going? Oh my god, I want to turn left, but alright, I need to get out of his way. Alright, and we're clear there. We're clear there. Alright. Watch my rear. I guess it's just one trailer. I thought it was a
right.
I thought it was a dual trailer. It kind of looked that way.
Turn right.
All right. So again, it's early morning, so it won't be too bad here.
And then turn right.
All right. And in this case, we're blocked, which we would want to be anyway. So that's a creative way to block. I'm almost positive that's a Pro Mods thing. Alright.
Keep left.
Okay, nobody there. And now we'll get ourselves up to 90. Maybe we'll go down to 85. We'll see what things look like if it stays at 80. Yeah, maybe I'll just go to 85, not to go too far. So, just traveling along here. But I'll be curious, since Greece is not as extensive as West Balkans, if it will take as long for Pro Mods to integrate in. Not that West Balkans had a full 360 integration. It's not like it was plopped in the middle of the continent, because obviously Greece also has, well, but they have ferry boats going out the other side, so I suppose they're all kind of the same. But West Balkans, I think, had a lot more land involved than we did. So I'm gonna turn this off at this point, because that little bit of movement as I go here, like on the highway, I need less of it. I think when I pull off into the city, that'll make more sense. But the issue ends up being, like, I noticed it very quickly because obviously I have my mirrors turned off, and I suddenly couldn't turn and look to the side of, like, where do I need to go if I'm now turning around now that I've picked things up. So definitely realized that there was a bit of an issue there. So I really need to do something. Alright, well, this is interesting.
And then exit right.
Alright, so we're gonna pop this back on, because now again I'm at the point where
right.
I've got a roundabout, so I'm gonna need to look to the right. But anytime, like, I'm off the interstate and I need to look around, I think it'll make more sense
at the roundabout. Take the third exit.
To kind of take the head tracking off and go to kind of the normal view. So technically this is the first exit, and then we have the second exit there.
Exit now.
Alright. So now we're all set. Now this one says, well, it says 90, but the sign is, or the speed limit in my GPS is 70. So it'll be interesting. I don't know if turns are a little bit sharper. Let's see, what have we got? We're down to 60, so alright, we're definitely slowing down again.
Take the second exit.
So a very short, high-speed run, which is what I was a little worried about. But that's a little bit normal in Europe. Alright, so my lean-in still works, so I was just testing that because I seem to be hitting a little bit of that with where I was at. So a little bit of smokestacks. So we're technically not on the highway, so I'm not sure. I'm still figuring out where I like the head track. I mean, I definitely enjoy it set the way it is a lot better than I did, because I'm not jerking around as much. But yeah, like, certainly here,
go straight on.
I assume we're going to discover this city. There we go. Puerto Llano. I would think that's what that is. So we're not quite 10% yet. Okay, BASF headquarters. I assume here.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Okay. So kind of roundabout-ish.
Exit
and
right.
then we continue to head to Cordoba. So again, go back to my cruise control. The words were not coming to me. But yeah, the cruise control, and definitely need to be a bit slower here, and we've got another roundabout. So there's definitely a lot of moving around as far as the roadway. Like, there wasn't some straightish line, so I'm thinking it's a lot of manual, a lot of local roadways.
Exit now.
So again, we just keep continuing to Cordoba is what is happening. So again, a little bit, maybe. We'll see how long we go this time. But we're up to 63. So the good news is sun is rising, but yeah, what I was starting to say, because I thought it was getting dark, is I'm like, again, with the real economy, I tend to have to, trying to look at that right mirror, because that's normally how I would drive, but it's so far over because I just don't want a slight head movement to suddenly fly off the center. So I think I just worry about the left mirror a little bit, and that'll do it. But with real economy trucking, we really can't afford to rest, because time is money in that case, and every moment I can drive, I really need to be driving. So regardless of whether it's day, night, we drive until we have to rest, and then we go from there. Alright, in theory, I'm going way too fast, because this should be... So I guess I'll slow down a little bit, because it's only 70 through here, and then I won't have to worry about the turns as much, because obviously going another, what would amount at that case to 15 over, that might be a bit much. Right. Alright, so maybe we're getting onto another highway, as I would call it.
Turn right.
I think I've talked about that in my Euro series. Like, I don't know what they're referred to in Europe. I'm sure they're not interstates, because you're not going between states like we are in the US, but alright. So now I can go up to 90. And now I can turn that off and avoid some of the jittering, because we're on some high-speed roads here. About 2/3 of the trip still left. Guadalajara, I think is what that said. Might have been Guadalajara, but yeah, hopefully we go more than a few dozen kilometers on this, and we can get further along. Because yeah, I think Alegricias, however it's called, is on that sign, so in theory it should get me close. Algeciras. Maybe that's what it is. That's what I'll go with. Again, happy to have anyone correct me, but I don't know that people are that worried about what things are called. Alright, if you're gonna go, you better go. Thank you. Because yes, I'd rather not be slowing down, I'd rather not be running into anybody. That is like the longest, tiny little... I'm looking at that line paint on the right, and it really looked like it was gonna merge. But if it is, it's the world's longest merge lane, and it just had a straight arrow in it. So I wonder if it means something else. I'm thinking it clearly does.
Keep left.
Alright, I will happily do that, because that means we're not exiting here from the cloverleaf.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Alright, well, so much for that, but it still looks like maybe. Now I do need to... Oh, I don't have my
Exit
head tracking.
right.
See? Ay. It's just getting used to that. So, while I'm merging and all that, there's a big bridge. I'm not going that way, but there is a big bridge. See, but this allows me to kind of look around the
Keep
turn
left.
a little bit, which is kind of what I would do. Now I can quickly scan back and merge, and in the past, without the head tracking, what that turns into is driving with one hand, trying to move the mouse, coordinate the movement. So it's, I think, will certainly prove to be less natural. Where here it's just like, this is how I would look as I was driving. Alright, coming up on 200. We have a new email I see. I wonder if, but we didn't do 153. So it's probably special transports or something. Alright, we're fine on fuel. We're still pretty good on rest. So, I mean, I really would like to make this delivery. I should make it before lunchtime when we have our loan payment. So, that will be good, because then this payday will go to shore up the accounts a little bit. But as expected, you know, it's getting a little hillier, because I think, again, here in the south of Spain, I think it's closer more to the eastern border, although I guess that would be Portugal, although maybe it is in Portugal. Thinking of the Rock of Gibraltar right on the Mediterranean Sea, and they would have to be Portugal, because I can't imagine it's a few hundred kilometers inland or something, but maybe it is. I don't know. Alright, well, we kind of merged, and then we're not merging, so it's an interesting set of highway rules. I don't know how easy this will be. Seems pretty smooth, so that's okay. No slowing down. Coming up, there we go, 240. So, at most, about 150 more kilometers, and I don't think it's really quite that far, so. Should be coming up on our delivery relatively soon. I know I've had to kind of start, stop, pause as I've been recording this, so it's telling me 27 minutes, but I don't know how much of that'll really stay in. Like, will we get close to being done in 30 minutes or not? Not sure. Okay, bit of an uphill, but I see a car in the mirror there, but I see it enough. So again, like there where I'm changing, I would prefer to have the head tracking on. Now we're accelerating up again. Looks like we might need to exit here, though. So, see if we get by Swain.
Keep right.
No. Whoops. Wrong control, and now I need my head tracking for sure. Ooh, that is hard. Because I'm trying to keep an eye on... I like the lighted ones, the little arrows. So again, we're staying on here. But we're going to need to merge, so... So yeah, just getting used to turning things on and off. Whoops. Speaking of turning things on and off, it would be good if I applied that to the turn signals too, right? But yeah, what I was getting at is, you know, the Rock of Gibraltar is obviously a pretty big rock. I was going to say mountain, which it probably would be classified that. And so I was expecting it to get more mountainous as we went south here in Spain, because that just seems to be the terrain. I can't imagine that the Rock of Gibraltar just sprang out of totally flat plains or something. So, alright, we're now over 300. But yeah, I'm sure we're getting pretty close. Oh, I thought we were going into a tunnel, but it's just actually cut against the mountainside there. Not sure what the... Oh, I guess it is a tunnel. I guess that's just telling me those are open lanes in the tunnel. I'm like, I don't understand why we have those overheads. Okay, the speed is 100 in all of them, which I can't do anyway. Now we are through. And I think we keep going. So it looks like there's some sort of airport around. It's an aeropuerto. So we are staying at 90. It does seem like a decent uphill, but it's keeping us functional. So I don't know if this is our city off to the left here, or we're just passing near something else first. Because this should be close. I mean, we're coming up on 350 kilometers now, so I'm pretty sure 400 is my limit of what I've unlocked. Which is fine, because I don't... Like, the next one up, I think, is 1,000 or something, and that could then be too far. Okay, I need to, again, look at my mirror. I think we're alright. Should have turned on my turn signal. But yes, thought we were good. Traffic is happening. Oh, because we have a toll booth. Now I see. I was like, there's no exit. Is there an accident? But it's all of us just spreading out to a toll. They are going everywhere. Alright, well, you would think that cars could go over in that other lane, but they chose not to. But this one's a little more open, so we've paid our toll. That little Range Rover-ish looking thing, if it's not a Range Rover, I'd be surprised. Not the best. Again, I wasn't really looking, so that was not the best merge, but the hope was that the second one was basically regulated by the toll gate to be behind me, since we both pulled out at about the same time. So fuel and rest. He's gonna go do some of that in his Range Rover. Well, I might be proven a liar here, so we are coming up on 400. And I didn't pull off anywhere or do anything odd, so... And it says Gibraltar, so maybe it is in... But I guess you'd have to get off here
and then exit right.
You'd have to get off here and go over anyway. So there we go, we're at 400, so...
Exit right.
But this does look like somewhere that we'd be exiting, so let's get our head tracking moving again so we can get better visibility. Get our turn signal on.
Keep left, and then exit left.
I'm not seeing any
Exit left.
any traffic, but also not seeing any flag. So are we... I don't understand. Are we turning... Well, maybe we're just going here. Okay. I thought we were literally, like, turning around and going back. Alright. So, let's Getting a little used to how the head tracking lets me see the mirrors. Alright, we gotta be coming up right here soon. Alright, so 6 of 51. Now we're officially over 10%. Almost
At
ran into the
take the second exit.
curb there. Alright, that's first. Refineria.
Exit
So
now.
if we were doing a tanker, we might have been going there. It's a lot. A long way. There it finally is. Ooh. That was a bit much. I was looking over at my monitor, so that was a full turn to the right.
At the roundabout, take the
Okay.
second exit.
So just want to make sure that everybody's going. Second exit, because we can't take the first.
Exit now.
Ugh, really? How did he pull out? Does he not see me? Again, I didn't take any damage, but I think they do that because they understand the AI just stinks. Alright, little bus stop. Right up here will be our intersection that we're going to turn off.
Get ready to turn right.
See, I don't know, is that Gibraltar in front of us? It looks about the right kind of setup. But now we're heading into this compound.
Turn right.
No gate or anything, which is good. There's a big workers meeting. Maybe they're just getting their instructions. It is 10:30. Maybe it's like a shift change or something. Pedro, you go work here. Julio, you go there. You know, stuff like that. Like mixing Spanish and French in my head because I was like trabajo y sí, but trabajo would be work or something like the right thing for work in Spanish, but y sí is here in French, so I don't know. I'm mixing languages, so that's why I didn't say it, other than to explain that I was being an idiot. Alright.
This is where it ends.
So interesting. So I would think I want to back in. Oh yeah, I can see it there, so definitely. So we're gonna turn over here. Ooh, they're like, are they building boats? Or something? I don't know what they're doing. Alright, so this becomes, again, the challenge of not being able to see out. Whoops, wrong way. Because I can't see all the way out the window. Alright, I'm going to do my take a peek here. Let's see. Oh no, that's not going to work. So let's go forward. I've got to make that turn significantly earlier than I was doing. So that should do what I need there. And again, let's look. Are we? Yeah, so now I need to start straightening back out. Do I? Am I gonna? Am I in? Yeah, I'm in the building. So this is not good. But that will help. And then I can turn a little bit more here, but not a ton. It is just so hard to look at that other mirror. It's so much smaller. So again, let me quickly look, because I know we've got some stuff. Okay. So yes, if I kind of whoops, no. If I straighten out, I should be okay, and just head back for a bit. And then we'll turn here, because we are going to want to get ourselves over eventually. Whoop, 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 whoop. We go forward. I'm doing the wrong direction again. I need to get going more down that way. Alright. So I know we need to go this way for a bit. I'm worried I'm too far over, so I'm going to start creeping that way, and we'll see if we can make... I don't know that I can make this work. Yeah, I need to be obviously way further over, so let's get this here. Yeah, I know. Oh. And you know, I'm being a bit goofy, because this one I'm not confined to my, to here, so never mind. Let me stop doing what I was doing. Oh boy. Let me back things up appropriately. That would help. Because again, I need to get it over here, and then now we'll go. Am I hitting something? I think I am. Oh, I am. Alright. So I need to... I knew this would be challenging, but it's a little more challenging than I expected. So we'll turn it a bit and then send it over. Because I want to be close, I think. Whoops. No, I want to go that way now. So now I want to make my turn. So this is a bit of that parallel parking type of thing that we were testing. That's in essence what I'm doing here, if you really think about it. Because now I need to cut back in here. And we'll overturn a bit, but not much. Because otherwise we're going to go too far. And that should do it. So not terrible, but definitely more challenging. So hopefully we get a good parking bonus for what we're pulling off here. Let's not end up in the Mediterranean or the Atlantic. It'd be the Mediterranean because we're down, like, again, in the middle of Spain. So disconnect. We get our feet going down there. I'm not sure what Fleet Builder did, but maybe the type of delivery we did. I don't know what that bonus is, but 814 XP, 726 euros. So profits approaching 8,000 in the last week. So very, very good to know. So thanks for tagging along. Again, we'll be in this version for a while. I will keep you posted as well. I mean, really, the posting will be, hey, we're going to ProMods, so I guess I won't keep you posted because they don't normally give us any information. It's just, it'll be done when it's done. But I would expect 3 to 6 months, so I would think the summer is when we'll finally be incorporating Greece into this. But we'll see how it goes. So as always, if you've enjoyed this but haven't dropped a like or are not a subscriber, please consider those things. They're greatly appreciated. And I will see you next time.